Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. In today's video, I am going to go through my picks or my recommendations for the upcoming Sephora sale. So I'll put all the details of the Sephora sale down below, but if you are a Rouge member, it starts on April 1st, which as I'm filming this is just a couple weeks. So I've done these videos in the past. I have a couple, at least 2, maybe 3 Sephora sale recommendation videos up. I will link those down below. And I've also recently, just at the start of the year, I did a video where I went through and talked about everything I had purchased from Sephora in 2021, and it was a lot. It was a lot of stuff. I love Sephora. So I will link that video below as well. I am, as I say in almost every video in 2022, I am trying to purchase less this year. Some months I am succeeding, some months I am not at all. I am planning on picking up a few things in the Sephora sale. However, less than I normally would. So that's just my goal, is just to buy less. Not necessarily to buy nothing, but to buy less. I'm trying to purchase less this year. So I wanted to quickly also say a huge thank you to Leah MacDonald. I believe that's how you say her name. I'll link her channel below, as well as the video she recently did, because I am Canadian and she recently did a video with just all of her favorite or recent discoveries of Canadian beauty YouTubers. And I think she probably went through about 10 ladies that she likes to watch. And I was so surprised and just so absolutely blown away and grateful she mentioned me. And so I have discovered a whole bunch of other Canadian beauty YouTubers through that video. So if you are interested in that, I will link that down below. And a huge thank you to Leah and all the new ladies who have recently subscribed from that video. If you're here from her, thank you so much for checking me out. I hope you enjoy the video. So let's get into the products. Most of these are pretty new. Most of these are ones that I have tried just within the last year. And when I first sat down here last night to pull the products out, I probably pulled out, honestly, 40 products. I love makeup. I love Sephora. It's my favorite place to shop. And I tried some absolutely amazing products last year, because that was too many though to do a video with 40 or 50 products. So I have really tried to narrow it down, and I think I've got about 20 products sitting out here in front of me. All these products will be linked below. So let's get into it. So when I went through all of the primers that I have tried from Sephora, and there's lots I love, but I just keep going back to this one from Bobbi Brown. So this is the Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I've had a ton of these over the years. I think I've recommended this in almost every one of these videos I've done. I think this is probably the only repeat recommendation, I think. This is hella expensive, you guys. This is like $80. If this was a $20 product, I would use this morning and night as my moisturizer. It is this incredibly thick, citrus scented moisturizer. Every time I use this, my makeup just looks better. It just hides. So I should mention, I am 47 and I have super dry, sensitive skin. So that's what these products, that's how I know they work on dry skin, because these are the ones that, that's the skin type I have. And these are the products that I use. This is the makeup that I have out. It's the makeup I have on today. And you can see I like a pretty, what I would consider a light coverage, dewy finish, more natural makeup look. That's what I want. And so for my super dry skin, this is phenomenal. I won't spend too much time on it, because I know if you've been on my channel here, watching my videos for a while, you will know I love this. It is a thick, heavy moisturizer, and every time I use it, my makeup looks better. So I don't use it every day because, again, like $80. But you can see this I've had many of these over the years, and I am getting down to the bottom of this one as well. So I won't pick it up in this sale, but if I've used it up by the fall, it's just a staple product for me, and I absolutely love it. So another product that I know I've recommended before, it's this one from Charlotte Tilbury, and it's the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I have it in 2 light. I have used this lots of ways over the last year. I think I've had this about a year. Now this does come in a mini, which anytime I can, if you have a collection like mine where you just, love makeup and have more makeup than you could possibly ever use. That's how I bought this initially, was in the mini size. And I used that up. I, took the stopper out, scraped the sides, used every little bit, and then I did invest in the full size. So how I have used this is as a highlighter, as a liquid highlighter. So I put my foundation on, I go in with my other cream blush, cream bronzer, and then I will go in and put this as a liquid highlighter. It's beautiful like that. How I'm using it right now is after I'm done priming, and this is what I did today. I put the Bobbi Brown face base on as a primer, and then I went in and I put this under my eyes and on the high points of my face where I want to brighten and highlight. And then I go in with my foundation. I've been doing that for a couple months now, and I love this product like that. So this is so versatile. It's beautiful. I know people rave about it, and for a long time, and for good reason. So, and I love that you could try it in a mini. So that's, definitely a product that I would recommend year after year. I love it. A new product to me, one that is just a couple months in my collection, I want to say I got this in January, is also from Charlotte Tilbury, and it's the Beautiful Skin Foundation. I have it in 3 neutral. This is gorgeous. This is the most beautiful finish on the skin. I mean, I have a ton of makeup on today, right? Because I go in with primer, the Charlotte Hollywood Flawless, then I went in with this, then I've got cream products, then I've got powder products. So I don't know how much of this you're actually seeing on my face, but I love this. It is a light to medium coverage. I go in with a sponge and I feel like you can really sheer it out. It just sits so beautifully. So that light to medium coverage, you probably could build it up, but I don't, because I just like a light coverage. It wears beautifully through the day. I actually feel like this looks better a few hours after I've applied it even. It's dewy, it's glowy, especially if I go in with that Hollywood Flawless filter first and then this. That combination is magic. Now, this is a Sephora video, so I'm giving you my products from Sephora that I think are fantastic, and I absolutely do for this. However, I did a dupes video where I put this against the Ordinary Serum Foundation, and on the skin, you can't tell them apart. So if you are curious about whether or not you would like a foundation like this with a dewy finish to it, I would say for $8, I think, is the increased price now of that serum foundation from The Ordinary. Give that one a try. See if you like that finish on your skin. And if you do, maybe think about investing in this, because this I think is $55 in Canada, and it looks on my skin exactly the same as the Ordinary Serum Foundation. Now, the next product I'm going to talk about is a cream bronzer. So I don't have a concealer from Sephora that I'm using right now. My favorite concealer is also from The Ordinary. It's just called the concealer. I think it's about $5 or $6, and I love that, and I use it all the time. I do also really like the Clinique, I think it's called Camouflage Concealer or something. It's also really nice. The NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer is fantastic if you have, like me, mature under eyes that are crinkly. So that's another great one. But honestly, I don't have one. I do have that Clinique one in my collection, but I prefer the one from The Ordinary. I also have one from Revlon, the Photo Ready Candid. I think that one's really good too. So I don't have a new one from Sephora that I'm loving. But I do have this new bronzer. Now, I got this at the end of 2021. It's from Rare Beauty, and this is in the shade Happy Soul, and it's their creamy stick bronzer. I love this. This is gorgeous. The shade of this is gorgeous for me, the undertone, and the ease of use is why I love this. I just quickly draw it on my face, take my sponge and blend it out. It takes about 30 seconds. It's really, really nice. I do like it. There's lots of bronzing products that I love from Sephora, cream ones that I love. I love the Fenty cream bronzer. I love the KVD liquid bronzer. There's one from Iconic London that I actually used up at the end of last year. I love that one. It's their liquid bronzer. It's so nice. But this is the one right now in my collection that I'm reaching for. And the nice thing about Rare Beauty is As far as Sephora products go, this brand is pretty affordable. So for cream blush, if you've watched any of my videos, you will know the Tower 28 cream blush is my favorite. I don't have one right now. Spoiler for my next video, that's what I'm planning on picking up in the sale, is one of those. I miss it. I had one last year that I bought. I used it completely up. The one that is in my collection right now is this one from Rare Beauty, and I do really like this. I have it in the shade Nearly Mauve, and you can see I've hit the bottom of it. I probably will use this completely up this year, and I do really like this cream blush. The Tower 28 one I love way more, but this is also really good. And I also wanted to mention that I have these two products from Tarte. So this is the cream bronzer, and this is the cream blush. I have the bronzer is in Seychelles, and the blush is in Pink Sky. And I wanted to mention these because although these are not my favorite formula, you can get a little mini, which you guys know I love minis. The cream blush comes in a mini. The cream bronzer, for some reason on Sephora doesn't, but I wonder if it does on the Tarte website. However, these are fantastic, and the formula is really nice. And I'll pop a little picture up here because I was at Sephora recently, and they have a compact where they have the cream bronzer and two shades of the cream blush, and I thought that was such a great idea. And I know the formula is great because I have those products. They're easy to use, easy to blend, and just really great. So I want to say that that compact was about $55. So I mean, it's expensive, but if you get 20% off or $10 off that, it makes it a little more reasonable. And so I just wanted to mention it because I thought it was really nice. It's quite a big size. Like I feel like it was about that big in store. So just wanted to mention that. Okay, so for powder, this will be, lots of these products will be no surprise because I've been talking about a lot of them for months and months and months. But this pressed powder from Kosas, this is the Cloud Set, and I have it in Airy. This product is magic. It's absolutely magic. It's so funny because it's such a firmly pressed powder. When I feel in here, it actually feels a little bit like a pumice stone. Like not quite that gritty. It's very firmly pressed. When I put this on my skin, it sets down my makeup without removing any of the dewiness. It leaves all that dewiness there. I know lots of people have talked about it, but this really is, it's fantastic and I love it. And of all the powders I have, this one is amazing. And also another one that I've recommended for many, many years is this pressed powder from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Airbrush Flawless Finish, and I have it in the shade 1 Fair. This also is just a staple for me. The Kosas Cloud Set, I use that when I have applied all of my cream products and I want to go in with powder. I will very lightly dust that over my face. How I use this one from Charlotte Tilbury is when I'm all done my makeup and I'm ready to head out and do whatever, I will take it on one of these Beauty Blender puffs, which I know are super viral right now. I've actually had this for years and have talked about how fantastic this is for a long time. I will take a little bit of it on this puff and I will just press it in my T-zone, and it immediately blurs that whole area because I do, 47, I've got enlarged pores, right? So I put that just in my T-zone, and this combo really is, it's magic. And just so you guys know, probably a lot of you have seen this all over like TikTok and things like that. This puff has gone quite viral. I bet you I've had this puff for going on 2.5 years. I wash it weekly. Look how well it's held up. You can't even tell. It honestly, I used it today, so it's a little dirty, but other than that, it looks pretty much like brand new. Okay, let's get into some powder products that I like. Again, I have lots of powder bronzers I love, but when I was going through my collection, I wanted to talk about something new that I hadn't recommended in other videos. And this is the one that I have been loving. So this is from Glow Wish, and it's the Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder, and I have it at 0310 Light. I pulled this out because, again, this comes in a mini. Like, this is such a nice little small size of this product to try, and I love it. One of the reasons I love this is because it's easy. It's a beautiful shade, it works really well on my dry skin, gives me a little bit of radiance, but not that, sometimes things can look too radiant, and that I could pick it up in a mini I love that. I love anytime I can grab a mini. Okay, as far as blushes go, I have a couple I wanted to talk about. A blush that I love is from Laura Mercier. Now this is the full size, and this is the mini that I have. I actually got this little mini as a gift with purchase, and this is in the shade Rosé, and this is the shade I like. I love this blush. I use this blush all the time. It looks like I have never dipped in there even, but I've been using it almost daily for months. I love it. This shade is so gorgeous. In the full size, I grabbed the shade Pomegranate, and you can see that pomegranate shade is just, it's too deep for me. Like Rosé is perfect, Pomegranate's too deep, but I picked this up in a BoxyCharm sale, and so I couldn't see it ahead of time. I was really hoping it would work. But what I love about this is the formula. It sits flawlessly on my skin, and they're just lovely, and I love a soft matte blush. So this formula is fantastic. However, newer to me in my collection is this one from Item Beauty, and it's actually described as a cream blush on the website, which I don't know why, because I feel like it's just a powder blush. Has anyone tried this? Am I crazy? This is the Blushing Like Cream Blush in the shade It's Verified. It's a beautiful powder blush. I don't know, it's a powder blush. So I use this as a powder blush, and I love it, but it is fairly new to me, so I wanted to talk about that Laura Mercier one as well. For a highlighter, the one that I'm going to talk about, I have a couple of palettes, face palettes I'm going to talk about, because those are the highlighters that I've been loving out of those palettes. But this one is also classified as a highlighter, and it's the Makeup by Mario Master Crystal Reflector Highlighter, and I have it in the shade Quartz. This is probably my favorite makeup product I picked up last year. This is so gorgeous. Now I do wear this, it's incredibly glittery. It's full glitter highlight. I love that. I do wear this as a highlighter like that because I love glitter. And so, but how I use this more often is as a shadow topper. So I'll go in and do my shadow, and then I'll take a little bit of this on my finger and I'll just tap it over. It gives a beautiful, beautiful shimmery, glittery effect. And so I wanted to mention it. I don't use it as a highlighter a ton. Like, it's not my everyday. I do wear it like that. But I love this product. If you are looking for just that, just a beautiful glittery shadow topper, I love this product. And again, probably my favorite product that I picked up last year. A couple of palettes that I wanted to talk about. The first one is this one by Fenty Beauty, and it's the Diamond Bomb Triple Drip. This was on sale. I picked this up on sale for $27, but when I checked last night, it is back full price. This is gorgeous. Don't let the depth of these shades put you off of this if you are very fair like me, because I saw this and I thought, oh, those are too deep of highlighters for me. They are actually incredibly sheer, and I can wear all three of these. You can see this one here is the one I've used the most, but all three of these are gorgeous. I wear them as highlighters. I wear them as eyeshadows. I love these for just one shade all over the lid. This is beautiful. Unfortunately, it is back full price, but I would pay full price for this. That's how much I'm using it and how much I'm loving it. And again, they are incredibly sheer, but there is glitter. Like, it's definitely a glitter product. So if you don't like glitter, you wouldn't like that. And then the other palette I wanted to talk about, it will be no surprise. It's the Glam palette from Natasha Denona. And you'll be able to see, look at the disaster this is. I use this all the time. So under this little flap, you have, they describe it as a cream blush. I would say it's more of that cream powder hybrid formula. And then this is the highlighter that I go in with the most. Look how much of that I've used. Like, it's dished right out. And then these shadows are gorgeous and incredibly buttery and easy to use. This is a great palette if you're somebody who travels and you just want to take one thing. You've got almost every, grab a quick bronzer and you've got everything you need right in this palette. So it is expensive. I think it was $78. So I picked this up in the last Sephora sale and no regrets. I love this and I just use it all the time. Okay, for mascara, now again, most of these I have on my face today, but I didn't go in with this mascara because I'm trying not to open it right now because I'm trying to get through some of my other mascaras first. My favorite mascara probably of all time is this one from Bite. It's the Upswing Mascara. If you want all the things, you want length, you want volume, you want definition, separation, if you want that false lash effect, this is it, you guys. This mascara is so gorgeous. Now, I love a drugstore mascara, and I think that at the drugstore there are so many great mascaras. The L'Oreal Lash Paradise, I've been using that one for years. L'Oreal Voluminous. If you want really affordable, the e.l.f. Big Mood mascara, I also think is really great. But this is a video about things at Sephora that I love. I love this. This is amazing. They did have these. Unfortunately, if you missed it, these were 50% off here about a month ago, I want to say. I did post it in my community tab, so hopefully some of you, if you were wanting to try this, were able to pick it up at 50% off. But you know, 20% off is better than full price. So if you were wanting to try it in the sale. One of the products that I tried this year is also from Charlotte Tilbury, and it's the Eyes to Mesmerize. I have two of them. I have Champagne and I have Oyster Pearl. These are gorgeous. I wear the Champagne almost every day. I'll show you how much of it I've used. So that's the Oyster Pearl. That's what they look like when they come. And you can see that Champagne shade. Like, I'm probably half through that product. I'm gonna have to pick up another one this year. As a all over one shade, one and done, can use my finger, can use a brush. It's so easy. That's what I love about these. They give a beautiful effect to the lid, and they're easy, and they just help.
I'm just trying to throw some shit out and leave. And lose it away.
My video.
Okay, have fun.
Thank you. Get out.
Sorry.
These are so easy. They give a beautiful wash to the lid, a little bit of that satin shimmeriness. And do you know what? For my mature, wrinkly upper lids, these smooth them out a little bit and make them look better. So I love these. These are my top pick. But I did also want to mention from KVD, these Dazzle Sticks. That's what I have on my lid today. Also so beautiful, so easy. I actually picked this up in a boxy pop-up sale, so I paid next to nothing for it, but they're so good, I would pay full price for it. Again, just that super easy one and done. I take this on my finger. You could also use a brush. These do set down completely. And that's really nice with these, is that's completely set. Like nothing comes off once it's on, and they do set kind of quick. So just be aware of that. You do have to work a little quick with that. Okay, for brows, and then I've got one lip product. For brows, recently, I bought this pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Dip Brow Pomade. I won't spend too much time on it because I feel like I'm the last person on earth to try this product. You guys probably have all tried this. I had not. This is so incredibly easy. Now, I bought this off, again, in a BoxyCharm pop-up sale, but of all the brow products I have right now, this is the quickest and easiest in my collection. I go in with a little angled brush. It takes about 10 seconds aside, honestly, and it lasts. It really lasts. And then what I have been doing is, this is an old favorite of mine. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. Had lots of these over the years. I feel like there's lots of clear brow gels that are good, but this one really does hold my kind of wild brows in place, because my brows can get super long and I almost have to do like a brow comb over. That will hold them in place for me to do that. So those are not new products. I'm sure you guys have all tried them, but those are the brow products that I'm loving right now. And then last but not least is this lip product by Makeup by Mario. I love this. I've talked about it in a lot of videos. It's the lip product I have on right now. This is the creamiest, most hydrating tinted lip balm product that I have tried. It has a really nice, light, soft, minty tingle. I love this. I absolutely love this. So if you were wanting to pick up something that's easy to wear, gives you a little soft bronze glow, because I think that's the shade I have. Yeah, bronze glow. It gives a beautiful bronze glow to the lips, and it just feels nice and hydrating. I love this. I reach for this almost every day. There's lots I love. You guys, there's probably 50 other products that I love that I could talk about and recommend, but I'm 30 minutes into this video. I'll try to really edit it down. But I'm about 30 minutes into filming, so I know these are long, and I try to really just condense it to my absolute favorites. Leave me down below what you guys are planning on picking up, if you're planning on picking anything up. I would love to hear your recommendations. If there's something that I didn't mention here that you've been loving, please give me your recommendations. I'll add it to my list. So my next video is going to be what I plan on picking up, and hopefully it's less than this. So thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, if you would subscribe, that would be amazing. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.